Yo, Top Billin. Your boy's back, man. Got a special one here for you. A lot of parallels on this one. First and foremost, doing some New York Giants coverage. Man, this is one of the first teams I ever covered as a professional member of the media. Way back in 2013, SB Nation's Big Blue View. Was giving them film studies way back then, man, doing my thing. I enjoyed my time there before I was picked up at Bleacher Report and moved on there to cover several other teams. But beyond that, man, absolutely love covering the Giants. But, man, I love the Giants, period. And the Giants have gone out and pretty much become the New York, Georgia people or something like that, because they have so many people from the state of Georgia here drafting Andrew Thomas with that first pick this year. Then turn around and drafting Xavier McKinney, two cats that I covered in high school, sent there to do film studies on, been to several of their high school games, covered them in college, obviously. For guys who know that I cover both Georgia and Alabama, so the parallels there are crazy. Several other players that I've covered from the state of Georgia as well, man. Darius Slayton, who looks like he's going to be a complete superstar for New York. Great find in the 5th round there. I got a cat like Tay Crowder on the team, Lorenzo Carter as well. These guys are stacked and locked and loaded with Georgia talent, or talent that played in the state of Georgia. But beyond that, man, my boy Xavier McKinney, I think, is one of the very bright superstars in the making. Yeah, I said it. I said it when he was in high school. Being a former safety, very partial to those guys, and I understand what it takes to play that position. And I think he's about as smart as it gets at the position. Very much like a Minkah Fitzpatrick, if you think about as far as his mental capabilities playing the safety position. But on this channel, like, quick story, man, before it was an actual channel, I would put content on the channel just to link it to some of the sites that I was working at. I was working at an Alabama site, and the first thing I ever put on this channel was a film study on Xavier McKinney when he was going to the University of Alabama, and I was talking about how successful he would be, and he proved me right, man. So moving on past that, I think the same thing in the New York Giants system. Good to see him hook up with a former Alabama staff member and Joe Judge from way back in the day. Got a cat like Patrick Graham as a defensive coordinator, and the type of stuff that he does is going to fit Xavier McKinney very well, because Xavier McKinney fits anything very well because of his versatility. You got to think about Patrick Graham with that middle field close stuff, a lot of deep third coverage stuff. You can see some quarters coverage. They will play, of course, your half field coverage as well from the safety position, and he can do all of that. But, man, when you can drop him in the box as well, you can see him rotating in with Jabril Peppers. He can rotate in with Julian Love. I don't know if they can play the big nickel like they did back in the day when Kenny Phillips was there. They can do a lot of stuff with Xavier McKinney, man. He is a tight end killer as well. I think that's what I like the most about him, is some of his inside coverage from a cornerback position or an inside nickel position, having him go against all tight ends and then some style of receivers. But, man, he can do it all, man. So we're going to get to a little bit of a film study on Xavier McKinney and keep it locked right here. Make sure you subscribe. Tell some Giants friends that this is where it's at. And your boy has it on lock. Let's go.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, y'all, right quick, let's look at a few of the coverage shells by Patrick Graham last year with the Miami Dolphins. As you can see here, 2 deep, man under. So a 2 deep shell there. Obviously, he could play half field reads with the best of them. You can see him here. Middle field close. Looks like that was going to be deep third coverage. You can tell by the outside leverage of the cornerbacks. Probably same thing here. But if we were to go back here, let's go back to this one. Deep third coverage. So him playing middle field close here, I think he could do it. He did a little bit of that at Alabama. He would have to rotate all over the formation. That's what I'm saying about the versatility. You play him middle field close. You can drop him in the box, have him be strong safety, have him be the strong safety. Or you could have him as a nickel corner as well. Right? He did that in their dime packages last year. He was the de facto nickel corner, and he guarded inside receivers like a Justin Jefferson. So he probably went against Jerry Jeudy in the slot receivers, Jalen Waddle and those guys in practice. And then, of course, in a lot of the packages, he would play against the tight end. So he could play all over this formation. So this is a perfect defense for him. And, yeah, let's go ahead and get to it, though. All right, one of my favorite plays from Xavier McKinney was him flexed off against Craig Calcaterra of Oklahoma, tight end. And you can see the cornerback in him, right? Look at the tone of his feet. Not loud at all, being patient, flipping those hips. And he does a great job with inside approach from the cornerback position, being able to slide under and break up passes without interfering. He actually mastered that. You can see it a whole bunch on film there. But you can see him allowed to come to him. No need to try to detonate the energy. Just slightly touch him, make sure you are where you need to be at. Then you know how to go under that and break up the pass. Now, if we're talking about the NFL, man, seeing him go against Travis Kelce or George Kittle and guys like that, man, I think it'll be a good matchup for him, right? I'm not going to say he's going to take those guys. Those guys are the best of the best. There's no doubt about that. But I think he can be very competitive against those type of guys just by his technique alone. And he's strong as an ox. Got to be one of the strongest kids you'll ever see. It will get bigger, put on a little bit more weight as well. That'll help him out. But it's just his technique and his understanding, his FBI football intelligence off the charts. All right, so check this one out right here. Inside coverage on slot receiver Lee Morris. You can see McKinney right here. Now look at him. You got a whip route. Actually looks like you have a Colorado route, right? Colorado route by Morris brings it to the outside. McKinney, what did I tell you about the inside approach going under receivers? Proper angles taken. Good throw by Kyler Murray here. Doesn't matter, though. Look at that. Gets to it. Look at the transition, though. Look, being able right here, and then you turn and flip those hips. A lot of people in this particular instance would turn all the way around and then be like, oh, it's a speed turn. This is what they call a speed turn. No, it's not a fucking speed turn. Flip those damn hips and get your ass to the receiver in a proper amount of time. Look at that. Flip their hips, able to go under it just by using proper technique. Now, you're going to look at Xavier McKinney, you'll be like, oh, he doesn't have 4.4 speed. Well, he has 4.5 speed. Don't worry about the shit that you saw at the combine. He was injured. He has legit 4.5 speed. I would say if he were able to open it up, I would give him probably a 4.5, probably a 4.51 or something like that would be his time 40 speed. He's fast enough, no doubt about that. But you're even faster when you understand what the hell you're doing and you use proper technique. He has to be one of Nick Saban's best pupils as far as technique goes, and it shows out there on the field. All right. One of the things that allows him to go against tight ends, of course, is his leaping ability, too. Now, you see him, the 6'4" Calcaterra right here. He doesn't go up, but look how McKinney goes up. Look how high he gets. His on-field leaping ability, I don't know about the testing numbers or whatever like that, but I've seen him, man, the kid can sky. When he's able to get off 2 feet like that, he can go up and get it with the best of them. And that's being off 2 feet trying to catch the ball. You're going to get even higher off 1 foot. And he always puts on a show in the biggest games. Like, he shows up all the time, but he's one of these people that don't disappear when the moment's even bigger. All right, check this out right here. We're talking about half-field reads. You got a 3x2 going on. So he's working this entire area, but he has the inside portion of this. So you can see him virtually lined up against the tight end, but it's still zone coverage, and he understands exactly what he's doing. So you're going to be having kind of a dig by the tight end, but the front man in the tri-stack here, the front man in the trips, he's going to be running a skinny post, and watch how he peels back to him. Look at that. Baited him. Went with the tight end, peeled back, interception. That's not hard. That's hard. Love it right there. That's your FBI right there. So you see him, right? You got the inside-out bracket coverage here. Shane Lee, Xavier McKinney on the tight end. Tight end bends it inside on an in-breaking route. He initially goes right there, but he's also reading the quarterback's eyes, right? So he baits Helinski, but all in the same motion. All he does is fade back, flip those hips, and sink under the pass here, where it could have been probably an interception. Could have been a touchdown hadn't he sunk back because, of course, Trayvon Diggs here was beaten. But he sinks back under it, gets himself a game-sealing interception there, and goes up and gets it, like I said before. I think that might be on Brian Edwards, too, so definitely. So I'm telling you, baby, FBI. All right, versatility is the key, right? What did I say? Now you see him here sniffing in the box, right? So his ability to assist in the run game, look at that. Shoot the gap, pow. Solo tackle on Clyde Edwards-Hilaire's big ass. May be short, but he's big. Look at this. Look at the physicality right there. And look at the perfect technique, right? You see too many people in this instance right here. They're just going to slam into somebody like Clyde Edwards-Hilaire, who probably outweighs you by 10 pounds or so, and it's pretty much a bowling ball, a spiked bowling ball. You see him here, head on the outside, drop those shoulders, head on the outside, drop your pad leverage, run through them. It's like running through a cardboard box. You ever been in this situation before? It's like running through a cardboard box when you can line them up perfectly, get that head on the outside, got the hands under the buttocks, driving them. He's done. Good shit. Yo, real talk, if you've never played football before, it's only so far your football can go, in my opinion. Right? You can learn all the football you want watching other people shit on the internet or whatever like that. If you haven't played, though, you wouldn't know how difficult something like this is. Now, look at him right here. Going against a 220-pound back, sizes him up in the hole. You know how much type of courage it takes to do that, right? Your heart be beating and everything. You can do, when we do this drill right here in practice, when they line you up and you're a linebacker or a safety and you just meet a back right in the hole like this, I don't give a damn who you are. Your heart's going to be pounding, man. You got to do running full speed at you, outweighs you by about 20-something pounds. Lower that pad level, look, no fear. He just sticks his head on the outside and just do it. That's a meeting of the minds right there. Meeting of the minds. He stands Tyrion Davis-Price up. It's going to be a star at LSU and waits for the cavalry to come and help him out there. But that's some stuff right there. A lot of these people in this instance would shy away. They would turn down the funk, baby. Xavier McKinney ain't turning down no funk. All right, so this is what I call an empty rep right here. I like to study empty reps because you just never know when the ball might actually come in a situation like that. See him lined up against Thad Moss, who's a very good college tight end here. One of those move tight ends. And look at the transition with him. Look at that. Dig the hips. Look, you see him cut under? What I tell you about that, that's his thing right there. You're not going to get those in-breaking routes on him. Now look at that. Outside leverage. Outside leverage, playing it really good. Transition, dig the hips. Now look, he's got a little bit of the jersey here, but I believe he lets it go at the normal time, right? Lets it go at the normal time. Now he's good in transition. Now he's quicker than you. Look at him get under. If this ball was thrown by Burrow, he probably would have, at the very least, broken it up. Maybe could have intercepted it, but I like that. All right, last one right here, man. Hashtag Real Men Watch to the end. All right, last one right here. Hashtag Real Men Watch to the end. Now, you can see him here in some of the fabricated pressure packages. Now, having him in a Patrick Graham offense with the kind of schemes that he runs, the fab schemes that he runs, man, it's going to be awesome. Check out this play that he makes right here. Coming off the edge right here. Left tackle couldn't even react fast enough. That's that quickness I'm talking about. That closing speed. See Sadiq Charles try to peel off right here. He sees him, but he can't get there. He has to obviously pull the ripcord. Even pulling the ripcord, he can't get there on McKinney. McKinney gets the strip sack here. I'm not sure how this was ruled. I think it was ruled a fumble, but obviously went straight to Terrell Lewis's hand there. Big play by Xavier McKinney. He's just a big play Zay, right? So with that being said, I don't know exactly how he will work and fit in right away. I'm not sure what they're going to do. There's a lot of bodies in the defensive backfield. He'll factor in very quickly, though, just because of his versatility. I don't know if you move Julian Love to a cornerback position with I forgot about DeAndre Baker, right? Another player with ties to the state of Georgia. Had he been there right there, so maybe you move Julian Love to his position or Ballantyne or somebody, I don't know like that, but maybe he's the free safety. I can't see him playing over Jabril Peppers at a strong safety. I mean, I see him playing beside Jabril, right, as a free safety. I don't see Jabril being able to function as a free safety, so he would have to stay in his post. But he could be the inside corner right away. I don't rule that past him. I think he could be an inside corner. Just depends on what he sees. But if you were to somehow just get him to match up with tight ends, I think he could show himself to be very worthy of that right away. So a lot of things you can do with Xavier McKinney, as you can see. But, man, great pickup there. And to me, the Giants have been killing it in the draft, man. I absolutely love what they've been doing, man. Like I said before, that Darius Slayton, even the Daniel Jones, you got Saquon Barkley, Andrew Thomas, goddamn Dexter Lawrence on this team. Somehow Leonard Williams is on this team as well. Come on, man. Dalvin Tomlinson from Alabama. A lot of premium college players there. Got to see what the coaching staff is like. I think it'll be good, man. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot to smile about if you're a New York Giants fan. I really like what they're doing there. And could come to fruition faster than people think. So a lot of premium players there. We'll see what's going on there. But got to get that offensive line together for Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones has to get those turnovers corralled in there. But I think he's a very good player. I loved him at Duke. Had to cover a couple of his games as well. And he was a man amongst boys because he didn't have much talent around him. I like the guys that don't have much talent around him and have to go against teams that are special like he did against Clemson and get to show what he's worth there. But with that being said, man, it's your boy Murf, the Underground King. You already know what to do. Keep it locked here. Make sure you subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And I am out. Peace.